for one lucky buyer. By way of introduction, my name is Robert Cronenberg and it's an absolute pleasure to be your auctioneer here today. What I will be doing is speaking a little bit about the rules, the paperwork, the home, and of course, passing it on to your spirited bidding. We are selling under Schedule 1 Sale of Land Act 2014, and by law, I must advise. The auction will be conducted in accordance with the rules and any additional conditions made available for inspection before the start of the auction. The auction rules prohibit an auctioneer from accepting bids or offers after the property has been successfully knocked down. The vendors have a reserve price. The vendors, as the auctioneer, will indicate bidders on request. The law prohibits false bids and prohibits major disruptions and provides fines for this conduct. The words that were used during the auction to indicate I'm making a bid on behalf of the vendor are vendor bid. By law, only I, as the auctioneer, can make a vendor bid. As your auctioneer, I can make one or more bids on behalf of the vendor at any time, may refuse any bid or determine the amount in which the bidding is to be advanced. I may withdraw the property from sale at any time, and in the event of a dispute, I may resubmit the property at the last undisputed bid and start the bidding again. Now, if the property is passed in below the vendor's reserve price, the vendor will have the first right to negotiate with the highest bidder. So what that basically means, ladies and gentlemen, you must have your hand up in the air at all times. The last auction I just did in Ringwood, we passed the property in, we had 3 buyers come up to me, all wanting to buy the home. But we had to negotiate with the highest bidder. So if it does look like it's going to be passed in, you must make sure we pass it in to you. A vendor's offer for the property particularly described in Certificate of Title, Volume 8401, Folio 719, together with its land and its improvements, better known to you and I in Santa as number 5 Sedgwick Road, here in the heart of Boronia. The channels will include all fixed features, electric light fittings as expected. We're calling for a humble 10% deposit on an extremely flexible settlement days. 30, 60, 90, 120, it's there for you to choose from. Very, very flexible. Forming the back half of the contract is the vendor statement, otherwise known as a Section 32, has been on display for the last half an hour. However, I know that several of you have had it emailed out to you through the course of the campaign, so I won't go through in its entirety, but it does state that all services are connected, that the property is zoned General Residential Schedule 2, and that all outgoings are roughly $3,000 made up of Boronia City Council rates and water by measure. Now, are there any questions in relation to the rules or the paperwork itself? I shouldn't think so. Well, it would be remiss of me not to speak just a little bit about this property before we open up the bidding, and I think the backbone of any good real estate decision comes down to location. And boy, aren't we spoiled here. Public transport's what you're after. You're a hop, skip and a jump from the bus stop at the end of the street. You've also got the local train station. For a bit like me, like the comfort of your own car. You've got Eastlink, turn left, you're at the Mornington Peninsula, turn right, you're at the MCG. If schools are what you're after, you've both got primary and secondary all from this very spot. And for the keen shopper out there, you've got Boronia Square, but of course for the mega of them all, Eastland Shopping Centre, where you do the walking and your wallet does the talking. You see my wife there telling her to come home, that we miss her. But I think the magic truly starts once you walk into this fantastic renovated home. We've got 4 good-sized bedrooms. And for a home of this age, not a lot of these homes are built with big-sized bedrooms, maybe just the main. But not only is the main big here, but all the bedrooms are all a very decent size. We've got 2 renovated bathrooms. We've got the single locket garage with the ability to park 2 cars in front, plus all the ability to park the cars out the front here. It's got polished floorboards, updated kitchen, it's all here. You see, ladies and gentlemen, we're not just selling a house, but we're selling a home. It's an opportunity for you and your family to be able to settle it and call it home. For you to have many Christmases, birthdays, Easters, whatever you may, right here. You see, ladies and gentlemen, we've got record low interest rates and a massive shortage of properties. And Boronia is just going gangbusters at the moment. It's one of the fastest growing suburbs in the eastern suburbs. Buyers are getting pushed out for Ringwood and coming out to Boronia. It represents fantastic value for money. So I'm going to ask you just one thing and one thing only today, and that's the stretch. I'm going to ask you just to stretch yourself that little bit more, because in years to come, I'll be sitting in your lounge room, having a cup of tea and a Tim Tam, and you'll say, Rob, thank you. Thank you for pushing me that little bit extra. So without any further ado, where can I see an opening star? Anywhere at all. I love this bit of the auction. Love it. You look at me, I look at you. I know a lot of you have woken up this morning, you've had your Whip-Bix and a Milo, and you've said to your friends and family, I'm looking at bidding at a property, and they all say the same thing. 585. I asked for an opening start, it's a little low, but I'll take it at 585. Welcome to bidding, ma'am. At 585 here, at 585. Everyone says don't bid until the property's on the market, ladies and gentlemen. But if the property is going to be passed in, you want that first right. So at 585, the lady over here is opening the bidding, and I'll ask for a humble 10 and you're it all. At 585 here, at $585,000 looking for 10 you're it all. At $585,000 looking for a humble 10. Welcome to bidding, sir. 595, 605 now. What do you think about it more? It makes sense.
605?
605 here. At 605. At 605 and 615. 615. 625. 625, ma'am. 615 here. 10, I'll invite you in at 615.
625?
25. 35, ma'am. Sir. 35, 45. 35 here at 635. Hate to have my back to the crowd here, but at 635. 45.
645?
45 here, 55 here, 45 here, 55 here. At $645,000. One around the corner, we sold for 725 last week, not renovated. Bargain basement fine here, ladies and gentlemen. It makes sense at this level. Where can you find it? Potential for subdivision subject to council approval. 718 square metres. Yep. 55 here. 65. 65, can I say 55 here? 65. That's 655. That's $655,000. First call. Second call. Third. Final call. All finished. All silent. All done. 655 here. George, then can I say
660.
65? I don't know. 65? 65. I have 60 already. We've got 65. The non-service, 665,000. That's 665. We'll bunch back in for 5 there. 70. Can't just bid one, sir. 665 here. That's 665. There. 70. 70, can I say? First call at 665,000. Second call at $665,000. Third and final call. All finished. All silent. All done. $665,000. 70 here. Welcome to bidding. 75, 80. 80, man. You've been to 3 of my auctions now.
Good memory.
Hopefully this can be the one that you buy off me. What do we say?
680.
80 here. 90. 90. 90 here at 690. 700 can I say? 90 here, 7 can I say, man? The more you think about it, the more it makes sense. About the opportunity, think about the possibility. Think about the growth in Boronia. 4 beds, 2 bathrooms, plenty of space for the kids to run around. It's coming up to Christmas time. We don't buy now, it'll be mid to late January before everything starts coming on the market. First call, second call, third, final call, all finished.
695? 695.
Heard it here first, 695. 7. 7, man. 95. 7, 7. 7, 705. 705.
705?
7, 10. 705 here for you. 10. A long way home with an angry wife, sir. 10. 15. Yep. 20. 15 here. 20 can I say? 15. 20. 20. 25. 20 here. 25 here. At 720. At 720 I have. At 720. At 7.2 here. At 720. 25.
725?
25. 30. Start. Start. You've got the face of the post, I just bought a house. years ago, I bought a property, I came home, I said to my dad, I bought a home, feel like I paid too much. He said, son, expensive today, cheap tomorrow. It's an appreciating asset. The last bit's hurt, I know. You're securing 700 odd square metres of land in one of the fastest growing suburbs in the east. First call. Next call. Third.
30.
730 here. That's 730. Sir, 730 here. 35 man. 35. 730 here. $730,000. That's $730,000. Sir, 35.
735.
3540. $735,000. That's 735. That's 735 once. That's 735 twice. That's $735,000. Third and final call. All finished. All silent. $5,000. Ladies and gentlemen, excuse me for a moment while I seek my vendor's instruction.
Rob, 740.
I'll take the 740. 740 here and 740 here, welcome to the sir. That's 740 I have. That's 740 here. George. First call at 740. Second call at 740. Third, final call. Absolute best. Absolute best. Third and final call at $740,000. So ladies and gentlemen, excuse me for a moment while I seek my vendor's instruction. Ladies and gentlemen, as you can appreciate, selling the family home is always a big decision. At $740,000, we're close but not close enough. So in the absence of any further bidding, I will be passing it into the family over here. They will have the first right to negotiate with the owners at their realistic reserve price. I'm going to call it 3 times and 3 times only at $740,000. First call at $740,000. Second call at $740,000. Third, final call, $740,000. Third, absolute best. Ma'am, definitely out. Ladies and gentlemen, third and final call. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll be formally passing in the property to the couple over here. They'll have the first right to negotiate. Should you have any further interest, please feel free to stay around. Thank you.